Hey you guys, it's Kayla with the Celebration Company. I have a super duper easy, quick Christmas craft. Y'all, my nose is itching. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry about that. So a quick Christmas craft, an ornament that we're going to make. It's a candy, a little bit larger, and I have a hack for you. Okay. So we're going to make just a simple, cute little candy using some fabric and some balls. Okay, so let me tell y'all, you can use so many different things. Okay, do not discount this craft because you think styrofoam balls are expensive, because you don't have to use styrofoam balls for this. Okay, so what I am using is actually left over from a previous a baby shower that I did, but I have these yarn balls. Okay, so I wrapped these in yarn, but what is inside these is not styrofoam. Okay, these are wiffle balls. They are wiffle balls, you guys. Super inexpensive wiffle balls wrapped up in yarn. So not even wiffle balls. You don't even have to use wiffle balls, okay? So a couple of little tricks, okay, for when you're needing something that's round or, you know, ball shape, and it doesn't have to be styrofoam balls. Then use, there are those squishy balls that you can get at like the Dollar Tree that you can squeeze. You could use something like that. You can use, in Dollar Tree, there is also a cat toy that is a styrofoam ball wrapped in yarn. Use that. Grab some of those. They're going to be $1 a piece, but they're pretty large. They're about like this, so you could have an even larger candy than what we're making here today. Those would work perfect for this too. So kind of think outside of the box at ways that you can make this without having to buy styrofoam balls, because they can be a little bit pricey if you cannot get them on sale. However, if you can use styrofoam balls or you have some, absolutely use them, okay? But I didn't have any. And so we're going to use these instead. Now, these are wrapped in yarn. You could use the wiffle ball without wrapping it in yarn. I just decided to leave it on here instead of taking it off. However, because mine is colored, you cannot use a white fabric. So if your ball that you chose has a pattern on it, then you definitely want to choose a fabric that's not going to be see-through, okay? So all we're going to do for this, it's super simple, okay? I'm going to take my fabric and I am going to tear it 12 inches wide. So use whatever kind of fabric you want. A striped sort of candy cane looking print would be adorable for this. I just didn't have any, and so y'all know me, I just tend to like to work with what I got. So I'm going to cut it 12 inches wide. Now let me preface this by saying I'm cutting it 12 inches wide because my styrofoam ball is about 3 inches. Okay, sorry, it's not a styrofoam ball, it's a wiffle ball. You can even see that there is a hole in there, okay? So, anyways, 3 inches, I felt like I needed about 12 inches wide of a piece of fabric. So base that on the size of the ball that you're using. If you're using something smaller, you're obviously going to want a smaller width in fabric. So what I did in order to determine that was I wrapped it around, and then I just gathered it at each end to kind of see how it looked, okay? And see if that seemed like enough. So it's literally this simple, y'all. Just like I just showed you, I'm going to stick my ball in the middle of my fabric. I'm going to put a little dot of hot glue to just glue my fabric on, wrap it all the way around until it completely covers my little ball. And I'll put a little bit more hot glue. And I'm just going to put that just right on the outside of that first layer of fabric. Okay, let that cool, let it dry a bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it. So let's see, I'm kind of using this line to help me here. So I just cut it and glued it, okay? Now, literally, y'all, it's this simple. I am just gonna gather it up. Be careful because we don't want our little ball to sort of slide around in here, okay? So I think what I'm gonna do is grab some rubber bands and use my rubber bands to kind of help secure it a bit. And this way, if your ball gets sort of messed up, like moves around a little bit, you can adjust it. Okay, so once I get it how I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it. So here is how it looks so far. Okay, already looks like a piece of candy. I'm gonna take just some plain red ribbon, and we're just gonna tie some little bows around the rubber bands. Okay. I'm gonna cut off the excess here. I'm gonna do the other side. So simple, y'all. But how adorable is this gonna be on the Christmas tree? Y'all, I have so many crafts to finish making for my tree. I'm gonna need a whole day just to make all of these crafts. Okay, so I think though, as I look at this, that my these parts here are a little bit too big. So I'm just gonna tear it off. So I'm just gonna make a slit and I'm just gonna tear it. Okay, there we go. That looks better. I'm gonna do the other side here. So I'm going to end up cutting my fabric a little bit smaller the next time. But this is adorable. So here we go. That simple, y'all. That simple. And if you do use a styrofoam ball, you cannot do this technique unless you're using a styrofoam ball. But what you can do is take a skewer. So I've got some skewers here. And I think I can kind of demonstrate a little bit. But you could take a skewer and stick it through. Let me find a hole here in this ball. Maybe. There we go. So you could stick a skewer through so that you've got a little pick for your tree. And so then you would just stick these in your tree. And I kind of like, if you're going to do that, to put it kind of on an angle so that it just sets it's not going to just set, you know, like this in your tree. Okay. So that's a fun idea that you can do. I'm not sure I can do it with a wiffle ball. This one here seems to be working okay if I just hot glue it. So I might be able to make them work. I'm not really sure. But either way, if you don't use it this way, just sitting them in your tree is going to be super cute. You can also, if you wanted to, like hot glue a hanger on it somewhere. But I am not going to do that. I'm just going to set them in my tree, okay? So super cute and super easy. I'm going to make another one for y'all if you want to stick around. I'm going to trim this though, because I think I did make it too big. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut a strip off. And I think that this time I'm going to put some hot glue on the bottom of my ball. Set that in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue here to adhere that on. this way, my ball hopefully won't move around much. I'm not real sure I like the rubber bands. Okay. So let that cool. And then I'm just going to cut the excess. Okay. Just like that. That's really all you need to do as far as gluing goes. So then I'm going to try it without the rubber bands. I'm going to grab a ribbon here. Just gather it up. Tie my ribbon in a knot. So I'm just kind of trying to do it right next to the end of the ball. I'm going to knot it so that it doesn't come undone accidentally. All right, and then we'll put a little bow on there. Okay, other side. I mean, you talk about a quick ornament. This is a really quick ornament right here. And so cheap, okay? So cheap. Okay, look how cute. I think I like this one better than the other one. So this one, I did not use the rubber bands. Instead, I chose to just glue the ball down on two sides so that it wasn't moving anywhere. And then I was able to just tie it up really easily, but so cute. Are these not just adorable? They're gonna be so cute in the tree. So there y'all go. Super easy, quick, inexpensive craft. I used wiffle balls for this, not styrofoam balls. Use whatever kind of ball you can find. Have fun with it. I hope y'all enjoyed this craft, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.